Alright, so I just watched the Venom 3 The Last Dance trailer and I noticed something. In the trailer, we see these three characters right here, and this links directly towards the plot leaks that we got a few months ago, saying that Sony was going to have a 10-year-old Peter Parker in this movie and he's going to get bit by a spider and have to go to the hospital and everything. But I think if we look at this frame in the trailer, I think that's Peter Parker right there. That kid definitely looks like he's around 10 years old. Then I think this is actually Aunt May, and I think that's Mary Parker, Peter's mother. And what if Sony is doing some crazy origin story for a new Spider-Man in their Sony Spider-Verse so that they don't have to work around with Marvel Studios and use Tom Holland anymore, they can just make their own. This would be a really wild way to set up your new Spider-Man, like the origin story is completely different. And unfortunately, I think that means that Mary Parker, if that actually is her, I think she's gonna die in this movie. And then Peter will end up living with his aunt, Aunt May. It looks like Venom 3 is going to have like a symbiote invasion at the end, and I think Peter's mother is going to be someone that just dies right at the end of the movie. And who knows, maybe she's dying and gives him the whole "with great power comes great responsibility" speech, who knows. Then on top of that, I noticed Reese Fonz is in this movie as well. This is a guy that played Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man and in Spider-Man No Way Home. So who knows, maybe he's playing the Lizard again, maybe we get like a Venomized Lizard in this movie. I think that would be pretty cool, and we don't really know where he went at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, we all assumed he went to the universe that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was from, and basically he would go back to that movie's timeline. But what if they do something really crazy and he ends up in a different universe? Like, who knows? Sony does not have a plan, so I could definitely see them doing something crazy like that. And seeing a Venomized Lizard in live action would be really cool. But yeah, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think about this. Do you think that's actually Peter Parker, Mary Parker, and Aunt May? And do you think that Reese Fonz is going to be playing a Lizard variant, or maybe even the same version in this movie? I am really curious to see what this movie's really going to be about and how it's going to play out, and if we actually do get a new Spider-Man. Because if they did his origin story like this, that is completely different, something new, something, I guess you could say, fresh. And it does tie directly into the plot leak, so I think that is the 10-year-old Peter Parker that's eventually going to be the new Spider-Man. For the Sony universe, like Marvel Studios will keep going with Tom Holland and then probably switch over to Miles later on. But Sony right now, they need their own Spider-Man. That's a complaint that everyone has had with all of their Sony spin-off movies, is that we want to see Spider-Man fight those villains, not the villains fight other villains. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this down below.